I looked up how long it takes to play this game, and I am disappointed at my own progress. I am ashamed of myself. All right, but let's get going because I am ashamed. How could I only get 12 done when there's 60? Okay, let's go. Actually, oh, right, I forgot. I was gonna open up the journal again to see who else we, can look at, but I forgot that you can't look at them while in flashback.
Course due east. You'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你玩抓不？
我冇问题，但是伊来想啊，绝对袂当互伊浪费水底。
那是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来。
Aye, shut it up.
They say strange things about monsters.
Hey, weird vampire! Alright, so, in case you missed it, there are mermaids now! Okay, so this guy got speared by a mermaid. At least we know how he died. Yeah, there are just some deaths. I have no idea how to call them. The mer people, I know. Oh, I don't want to stare at her because I don't want to get censored. Also, one other thing I noticed that, oh yeah, Emily is here too. Something else I noticed is when I was editing it, the quality just looks a lot better on my game capture than it appears on the stream. Like, the people's faces are a lot more distinct. I feel like I'm doing a good job. Like, actually distinguishing the different people. But yeah, they look so much better when I'm actually editing. Speared by a beast. I'm sorry if you can hear those firecrackers. It's actually Chinese New Year this weekend. I forgot to mention that. Okay, I'm going to... Okay, this appears to be the last death here. Sorry again about those firecrackers. Chinese New Year, like I'm saying. I don't know if you heard, but I have not... I don't think I'm doing the best at identifying all these deaths. Because of the amount of time that people say it's supposed to take for this game. Okay, so this guy's face is clear. We're on chapter 4. Let me look. 4, but that doesn't necessarily mean we've solved everything. Like this guy, I keep feeling like I've answered everything I possibly can. He's strung up, there are a line of gunmen, and they're all shooting at him. I indicated that it was Chris, the wolf guy, because he was the guy giving the order for the gunmen, but that was apparently wrong. Oh, thank you, weird vampire. I wouldn't mind hints at this point. Like him... So something that I tried doing the other day, which I don't think I've been taking enough advantage of, is actually paying attention to where on the map these people are, spending most of their time according to these memories, and trying to also use the glossary to narrow it down to at least what their title on the ship could be. But again, I must have gotten something wrong because I would have expected that I feel confident about that answer I just gave, but I would have expected something else. So actually something I want to do. Okay, good. They are, so I don't know what happened to these two people, but they landed off the Canary Islands. There's no chapter indicating their death. So perhaps they're alive and on the Canary Islands. So I kind of want to go back. Actually, I think it may be over here. Because there were some other people who we saw earlier who were leaving the boat on life rafts. And I want to see where the ship was during that period of time, because maybe, again, well, this is the Doom, so they could either be in Madeira or the Canary Islands. What's it calling? See, the Doom. Ooh, I don't want to answer this, because they could either be here, Azores, or in the Canary Islands. But I would assume if I can't find their bodies, then they have to be alive, but somewhere.
Boy! Get in there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
No! No! I only have 12 answers! I can't deal with pressure like this. Okay. Let's start from the beginning. Actually, I think the beginning would be the end, because that's where our investigation started, which was the end. Okay, escape. That happened in the middle of these islands off here. I do remember that some people were getting on the boats. Also, it says that I should be able to identify these people. Right, so Alfred Klestel, I know that he's the bosun because they said that his mate was French, and we saw that the only French person was the bosun's mate. So that's him. For David Bowie and Freddie Mercury could deal with pressure, so can you? Okay, in the bad way, like the squid. Where's my Frenchman? The damn space is dead. How did you kill it? Okay, I'm gonna go back and see where he is, because I could not figure out what killed him. I can't figure out how he died. I think it's over here. Actually, just the way to get down to where he was. Like, it looks like he either doesn't have an arm.
Put me down. Let go. Easy now. You're in a bad way. It's the squid. Where is my Frenchman?
The squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart.
The cat. The beast is dead. How? How did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the storm. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased it off. You should rest.
Curse like that. Does that it for nothing?
So he's got a good amount of blood around him, so I would think he bled to death. Last time I was here, Ethan suggested we follow the blood trail, which ends here. How would you guys say this guy died? And you're gonna love this list of possible deaths. Because it sounds like he's coughing or sick or something. What's this question mark? Items. Deduction ratings. Oh, right. That's how, I figure out. So essentially those triangles on top tell us how easy it is to identify someone. Curse doesn't live for nothing. That's such an interesting comment. It means the curse went away. That's right. So I think that the captain made some kind of deal. Lungs can be gasping. Okay, yeah, good point. Okay, we already determined that expired means that they died of old age. I don't think that's this man's cause of death. Was he Cleastil? I think this man who is in this chair right here. I think this is Cleastil. Cleastil. And I think I determined he was the bosun because of another memory that he was in. It's not likely he expired. Is he missing an arm? I think he's missing an arm. It looks like to me like he's missing an arm. But that's not decapitated. It said his friend Cleastil was... I thought he said, "Where's my Frenchman?" So I took that to mean that the Frenchman is the bosun's mate. So that would mean this is the bosun. Put me down, let go, easy, now you're in a bad way. The squid, where's my Frenchman? Your mate was torn apart. Dismembered, so no, that's not decapitation. No, it's not. I think what I'm gonna do for this video is really retrace the steps and go back to the stuff that we already know, rather than try to find anyone new. Oh no, it's okay, weird vampire. I'll take anything at this point. Because there are some deaths that I just don't know what to call them. Well, it seemed to me like maybe the squid tore him apart. And that's why he's missing an arm, because it looks like he was fighting the squid. I would think so, but also his, in the guide in the beginning, it said that once the picture is clear, you have enough to identify what's going on. Because, sorry, let me give you a demonstration. So, like, this picture is very clear. That picture's clear. That picture's clear. That's clear. That's clear. Trying to find a good example. Oh, no, sorry. This is, I already solved pretty much everyone, I think. But, essentially, if the picture is a little fuzzy, that means that you're not ready to identify some people. But the more clear it is, then, the more you know. That it means you have all the information you need. Like this guy, it says we should know who he is. So actually, I think you'd say torn apart by the beast. Okay, let's try that. Because he's clearly missing an arm. No one else hurt him. Awesome! Good job, guys. Yes, so there are several beasts that we have encountered in this story so far. For the first one was a giant kraken. Another were crab monsters, and then the latest are mermaids. Aw, thank you, weird vampire. Actually, what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back up, and I'm really gonna try to work backwards from where we started. So this is the first body that we found, which is William Hoskett, this man. So we also got Harry Brennan, him. Let's try to figure out this man. Let's figure out who this man is. He was clubbed by the captain inside the captain's quarters. And I think that was here. Or is it you? Yes. So that's the captain. He's stabbed at the captain, and then he's hit over the head. So let's take a look at what memories he's in. Let's bookmark all those memories. In old-timey English, they used to say, for example, if your boyfriend is being real flirty, say, "Oh, stop it, you beast." Okay, so it looks like he's on the top deck a lot. But he's also down here. He's not the bosun. He could be. He's in the midshipman's quarters. So let's assume he's an officer. He was down here in surgery too. But only once. So he's mostly in the officers' cabins. First memory was on the gun deck. Right, when everyone was playing. When did he go to surgery? So he wasn't in surgery in the sense that he was the one being operated on. Someone else got sick. But he was present in the scene. Okay, so we got Syed right. Actually, let's see who else he's sitting with. Clubbed, shot. So Maba is a top man. We know that. Yeah, he's not the doctor. We found out who the doctor was. So I would assume that he is probably a top man. Because even though he's hanging around some of the officers' cabins, that just means that he's working over deck. But yet we saw him below deck playing cards with some of the other sailors down there. All right. Sorry, I wish we'd go back to, like, his page. That's one thing I didn't necessarily like. Delivering messages to the officers. Okay, so, if we go backwards in this scene, what was going on is that this man was sneaking down from above deck, and was going to sneak up on the captain to try and kill him. So let's look at the top men and who are left. I'm gonna assume that it's one of these three. Nicholas Botterill, Lewis Walker, or Timothy Butament. Was there? I don't think there was any dialogue, so I can't hear his accent. I could try to do process of elimination, but I don't think I have enough, because here's the other thing, it will only tell you that you're correct if you get 3 right. So every third correct answer, they will do the check and say, yes, good job. There was no dialogue. I mean, he didn't speak English. Or it was just taken by surprise. I can't remember where I get out of this memory. Oh, here we go. Just so you couldn't hear, right? Yeah. Okay, well, he has 3 triangles, so he's going to be a little bit difficult to identify. Let's see if there's anyone else. Okay, disappearances in the escapes. Okay, Henry Evans is the surgeon. The 2 other women, who I did not identify yet, sorry, I've got some tea next to me. Sorry if you can hear me slurping. And then this guy. So, let's take a look, because these ladies got on a lifeboat. Okay, so it would have they were on the top deck when all this was happening. Okay, so let's go back up to the stern deck and look at the scene of all of them trying to escape. Because these ladies should be pretty easy to identify, because there aren't that many women on board.
Let them go!
Okay, so once we identified this woman, we'll be able to identify him. You know, women are bad luck on the ship. Oh yes. Even miniature ones. Okay, so she's standing next to the surgeon. He's also trying to escape, and I think that's the other lady down there cowering in the boat. Okay. So let's take a look at where the ship was at this point. Oh, god damn it. How am I supposed to know? I mean, it looks like the Azores are the closest islands. I would assume that they're alive because they were pretty adamant to leave. I'm gonna... Okay, let's see... Let me know if you guys think this is wrong. But I think that they went to the Azores because I think the Azores are closest. Or just Africa? Sorry, I want to go back to the map. I know! How am I supposed to tell where they went? Because that's Spain and Portugal. I would assume that the Azores were the closest islands, or the closest landmass to where they were. Let's see if Henry... Because he's supposed to be the easiest because, you know, he's the surgeon. Depends where were they headed. I don't know. You mean where was the Obra Dinn headed, or where was the lifeboat? Could have stayed close to the African. No, they did not leave from Spain. They left from England. I'm gonna try to do a bit of process of elimination for them. Because Jane and Emily are the only two other women apart from Abigail, and we already know how Abigail died. Okay, that can't be right. Because if it's correct, then I got Henry. I don't even know if I'm doing the right thing right now. I could be wasting a whole bunch of time. I just feel like I should have enough information. Let's just try plain old Africa. Oh! Oh, thank goodness. So you were right, weird vampire. Well done. Let's go back and correct this man who was on the boat with them, because if they're in Africa, he's in Africa. Alright, now let's take a look and see where he is. Okay, he first appeared at the execution, but everybody was at the execution, so that's not spectacular or it helps with any identification anyway. He's on the gun deck. Okay. Wait, is he one of the gunners? Let's see. Oh, no, he's not. You were right, Weird Vampire. Oh, come on. Don't sell yourself short. I don't know why I thought he would be the gunner's mate. And I don't know why I'm just going off into the unknown right now, because rather than going into the glossary and trying to figure out who would be where. Yeah, so he's not holding a gun, so I'm guessing he's not a gunner. But he's on the gun deck, which is where the officers' quarters are, and he's mostly up in the front. Deck carrying the ship's guns and lined with portals for the firing. Yeah, he's around here. Mostly. Let's find my European gun. When in doubt, pick Africa. Hey, it worked. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave him for now. The joke was uncalled. Oh no! I'm sorry, maybe I just completely didn't understand the joke. Okay, no. You're cut. Don't leave me. Okay. Let's head back downstairs. Try to figure out what happened with these people. Oh wait, hold on. That's the guy that was clubbed by the, captain. Where is he coming from? Well, I guess even if we identify him as a top man or something, I still don't know what his nationality is because I haven't heard him speak. Alright. Actually, let's see if I can take a look at this guy.
Last one. Move quick.
You'll not take the last punch!
Oh wait, what am I doing? The guy that was shot by, the woman. Landed, okay, I thought he was the Russian guy, but now, he was shot by, Emily. We know that. It's not an unknown attacker. He was shot by Emily. So if he's Volkov, then that has to be Volkov that killed him. No, Emily's the passenger. Where is he? Where is he? Hold on. Leonid Volkov, right? So you were stabbed by Leonid Volkov. So where is Leonid Volkov in here? M says otherwise. I really wish that this was alphabetized or something. I do appreciate the fact that they're organized by job title, at least. All right. So far, so good. Actually, let's go back down and see who else we can identify from escape. So, where is this? Down here in the gun deck.
You have a plan?
Yes. Three ships. Great regimentation ships. No problem. Hey, who's there?
Mutiny! Mutiny!
Bastard.
No!
So the guy that was shot was the one shouting mutiny. And it was this guy that shot him. Okay. It sounded like he was hiding. Perhaps he's a mate. Okay, he's in this memory right here. And he was the one of the people taking the mermaids down. And he was one of the people who was maybe running up amid the chaos when they were trying to escape. Okay, I'm gonna assume... Could he be the captain's steward? No. The captain's steward was the guy that was killed below deck. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all this stuff that's happening right now. So this guy, let's try to identify this guy. So he shot this man. He's, I think, he was in here. He's here. Oh, so they were all in pretty much the same memories. Yeah, they were. So that would mean they would have to work together. This is the guy who died in here and said, "Tell Pete's mother I tried." Maybe this is... Oh, maybe this is Pete. Maybe this man who was shot was Pete. Because the guy who was knifed and was crawling away at the scene said, "Tell Pete's mother." I tried. And he sounded like a young man. You're on a ship together. Yeah. His voice sounded like a young man, and this guy... It seems like he's an officer, but I'm not sure. But I do know that when, that guy who was knifed in the back crawled away, the first mate came and told someone named Brennan to go get the medical kit. So let's see if we can narrow it down further that way. Let's see. This is the guy that was crawling away.
Oh no, you're cut.
Don't leave me.
Bear up, son. I'll stay with you.
Tell Pete's mother I tried my best
Aye,
to pull him back, to save him.
you tell her yourself. Brennan, bring the surgeon's kit.
Yes, we know that is the first mate. We have already identified him. This is the man who was crawling away. So the gunshot happened earlier. So I'm thinking this is Brennan. Oh yes, we already identified Brennan. Duh. And that's the guy who was killed, and I think that's the guy that shot him. It looks like he's dead. Sorry, I want to look at his death right now.
What's all this, you damn fool?
Okay, so Brennan clubbed him to death. Actually, let me get that in here. Okay. And this is the first mate coming in, and he's seeing him. I would assume this is another midshipman then. Where were you? Okay, let's figure out where you were when the bosun was dying. Bosun died over here. What am I doing?
Put me down.
We already figured that out. Okay.
This is good.
There's him.
Where is my fridge?
Midshipman.
Squid's gone.
The guy that was clubbed by Brennan.
The cat.
I would assume he's the one talking.
Did you kill it?
We didn't. It left with the storm. Captain came up from the hole. Said he chased it off. You should rest.
Of course.
ideas, guys? Anywhere else you think I should look? I'm convinced that they're midshipmen, but I don't know. Why did I name him? Because I don't know what his name is. How many midshipmen? Let's look. Come on, it's gonna be easier if I just do this. Okay. There are 3 other midshipmen. Some of these say unknown, but alright, let's keep going then. Do we already have all the mates? We do not have all the mates, no. Okay. Let's look and see who else. I'm assuming that this guy is the first mate's steward. I think it's because of something that was said below deck. Sovereign citizens in the U.S. object to prosecutors to use the title Esquire since it's of British origin. That's fine. That's funny. Maybe the guy clubbed by Brennan is a mate. He seems to be a higher position. I would agree with you because it looks like he was in a position to have some authority, because why would a midshipman, why would anyone listen to a midshipman? Let me put it that way. People would be more willing to listen to a first mate or a second mate, someone who has experience, if they're gonna partake in a mutiny. Okay, assuming that I have Volkov and the guy who stabbed him right, then we just need to check one more. Let's double check the Doom and where they were. Okay, they're in the same spot. So I would assume that anyone missing would be in Africa. Okay, this is the guy that killed the Danish man. Yeah, it's already won the revolution. Why are you still trying to revolt? Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen this guy. Actually, let me see if I can... Oh, I am out of the memory. Never mind. I'm pretty sure this is one of the top men, because I saw him sitting up here. Let's take a look at the number 2 guy right here. Arrows indicate the flow of time. Okay, that's good to know. I don't know why I didn't see that earlier. Okay, so he was there when the Danish man was killed, and the Danish man was killed, but he's working down here when the crab monsters were attacking. So I would assume that he's a gunner if he's in the memories that involved fighting off the crabs. Let me go back to that memory where the Danish man was killed. Which happened over here, I think. Oh, this isn't the right memory. But there's the kraken if you guys were missing it. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the guy with the two triangles that I'm trying to look for is and there's the crab monsters if you're looking for that. Did I already identify you? Oh yes, you were speared by a beast. And you are surrounded. Who are you surrounded by? Well, it says he's really easy to identify. I worked in a restaurant for a summer. Never went back. Oh, he's gotta be another top man. Okay, assuming that I got the other two correct, then this should tell me if I use the same process of elimination. Yes! Okay, so I got Volkov correct. Amazing. Perfect. But, well, if it makes you guys feel better, my boyfriend was telling me that there are some Greek islands that don't accept British people anymore because British people just get really drunk and disorderly and they think that's their idea of, like, being a tourist. Okay, so I need to figure out who killed Lars. Whoever this is the man that killed Lars. And I do think he's alive. And I'm just gonna say Africa. That he killed Lars because he said Lars killed his brother. Okay, and this is the guy, yeah, this is Brennan, who clubbed a person that we assume would be a mate. Okay. Not all currencies accepted. You could probably save money. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you were talking about me or what I said about British people being. Man. Yeah, well, that's the thing. That British people, they just have this reputation of going abroad and getting drunk. So there are some Greek islands that won't accept them anymore. Like, I was just talking about this with a friend of mine who's Irish and her British boyfriend. They went to Santorini recently, and she had no trouble because she's got the European passport because she's Irish, but yeah. Let's figure out. I'm feeling better that we're on a roll here, but you know. Oh, he's fine. They got through. Yeah, don't worry. He's all good. Okay, right. I'm trying to figure out what happened. Okay, we got Paul Moss was the first mate steward, so we know that. We need to figure out who killed Peter and who was clubbed by Henry, which was this man. Who I also would assume stabbed this man. And I want to figure out who this man is. So let's figure out where he is. Most of the time. Okay, that's nothing. Well, he's not a gunner, so I would assume... At least I don't think he's a gunner because he's not holding a gun. Are you a midshipman? No. Okay, let me try to get back to that memory where Lars was killed. This chapter, they said they'll remain unknown until you leave for the ship and return the book, so we have to figure that out. I'll go back. Do I have to, like, figure out which gunman it was that killed him? Let me try that. I don't know if I have enough people guessed to really get away with that, but I might get past all the gunmen. Ah, it doesn't say. Lovely. So I have to figure out which one of those men holding the gun was the one that shot him. This one it says we should know. Actually, let me see if I can get back down and figure this one out. I know I'm all over the place right now, guys. Sorry about that. No, it happened more than once. They didn't seem drunk. One, they got so angry they called me mentally challenged and my manager. Oh my god. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know why I'm apologizing. I don't do those things. But, I mean, ugh.
Go back. Captain!
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us! Give it up!
Oh, it's this guy. Edward Nichols. At least I think it is. Okay, is this when... I think this might be when they were trying to leave with that box. Because these are the people that were on those lifeboats with the boxes, right? Why can't you not? Okay, there we go. That's Lars, but who killed you? Okay, so he was there. There were enough nice Americans to Oh, didn't ask this stupid Oh. I mean, I'm sure I have asked many stupid questions that seem stupid in moments of ignorance as well. Our education isn't consistent, but so it's a whole our education is not consistent across the country. Okay, guys. Let's try to keep going. Okay, so I'm guessing that's Patrick. Yeah, because of something that was said here. This guy, I wasn't sure how he died. This isn't well, if Ethan Ark is this the Krusty Krab? If Ethan Ark were here, I think he'd be happy to know that he was correct about the burning option, because I wasn't sure what to call his death. Let's head back so I can actually get to the other guy.
Ahoy! Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield! Hold your fire!
Yeah, Yes, I thought that was the second mate. Okay. I think there are only a few of the people from Formosa. So I'm gonna guess that this is him. Again, that's the guy that was clubbed by Brennan. So I just want to be sure. Because I got Hoksang Lao, Ben Nan, and Miss Lim. So people really assumed that IKEA came from Switzerland. You decided to go on vacation. Inform yourself. Slim we already got. They confused the countries.
休假，休假。
I told some Austrian friends of mine that some Americans thought Heidi was Austrian. Heidi's, German, I thought. Switzerland is so much longer than Sweden. I don't think people really know.
個單字咧。
No. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm wrong about Heidi. I'm sorry. Heidi Swiss. No, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was thinking of another book. That took place during World War II, where the little girl was called Heidi, and it was in Germany. I'm sorry. Oh yes, so this guy, I'm sorry, I don't mean to jump around. This guy, it looks like he was attacked by him, but I'm not sure what you call this, because his body was found at the bottom of the boat. Strangled because it's with bare hands? Things, yeah. Is that all we know? Heidi goes to Frankfurt in the middle, destroys a plane. Oh, I think that might be where I got confused. Sorry about that. So he's standing next to the first mate's steward. So I also assumed this guy was a steward. So he might also be a steward. Let's see how many stewards that we have here. It might be this guy, because if we think the second mate is the guy that did everything, that's on that ship, then it might be... this? Just a little off of Davy Jones. Davy James. I know, right? There was a Heidi movie, I do remember. I think there was a trailer for it and some VHS that we had.
3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Obra Dinn.
休假，你玩抓不？
Right, this is one of the most recent memories I saw.
那是遐个怪物出现，绝对卖起来！
Aye, shut it up.
This is strange things of monsters.
Ugh, I really wish. They may be seamen. I googled it 1 minute, I couldn't see, but there was a 90s remake. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now I have to think who would follow the second mate. It looks like that these are all seamen. I know, seamen. Right. Why did I say this was O'Hagan? One of these men is Patrick O'Hagan. I would have assumed that since I got him, then if he was correct, I would have gotten that well done, 3 more fates correct answered before. So maybe this isn't Patrick O'Hagan, but it's clear he was killed by a beast. Maybe this is O'Hagan. Sorry, the guy that I said was the second mate's steward. Someone in one of these scenes said, "Are you still alive, O'Hagan?" Actually, let me go back and see if I can find that scene. Moulin Rouge combined the Sound of Music with Switzerland too. Yes, it did. Still breathing. Can you row? Okay, so O'Hagan has to be, yeah, I think in this boat here. Australians are ignorant too, apparently. Well, I think at the end of The Sound of Music they go to Switzerland, don't they? Moulin Rouge does take place in Paris, but they are trying to put on a play that is set in Switzerland. Yeah, they're trying to do Sound of Music is the play that they're pitching. am trying to figure out who killed who and when. I'm trying to get back to that one where they're saying, "Oh, Hagen, can you still row?"
Keep course due east. You'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them
God
myself.
damn it, I went back.
Quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance.
Oh yeah, it is a real film. I think the great-grandchildren are still performing. The great-grandchildren. And I think the actual, I think I saw a picture of the real Maria von Trapp on set with Julie Andrews.
休假，休假。
Julie Andrews outlived some of the kids. That's really sad.
我聽你話，個單字咧。
Oh, come on, Em.
O'Hagan, you still breathing? Can you roll? Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Okay. You're still breathing, can you still row? So he's not talking to that man. So that can't be O'Hagan. He can't be talking to this man who is also very clearly dead. So yeah, I'm guessing he's not O'Hagan. Is this Nichols? So I'm guessing this might be O'Hagan. Censored. Can't be right. Well, everyone else is dead, so either one of these men is either O'Hagan or Nichols. And I'm guessing Nichols is the one that came back. But again, let me know if you guys think anything differently. I'm guessing that if Nichols is the one who led this whole thing to take them all out, away from the Obra Dinn, then the second mate, Stewart, would be with him. I want to figure out who killed Hawk Seng Lao. Because I have everything else correct about his death. It's not Wolf, because I already tried
you
Wolf.
have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
下来，伊莫这么交代志。
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line.
你救，我给你救。
Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim. Fire!
So it was death by firing squad, and it was one of these men. But there isn't any way for me to single one out. Hanged in firing squad, right. Because it looks like there's no way for me to really identify which bullet is the one that killed him. Can't say unknown officer. It's not Christian Wolf. I doubt they would let a passenger do it. Yes, you can where it hit? Okay, well then let's take a look. Let's take a look at where it hit. There's one up in his back. Well, actually, I guess you're right. That one, which was fired by the guy on the end. This guy. Brennan! Let's try Brennan. I don't know if I have enough people like that I'm guessing for it to count. But it looks like it came from Brennan's gun. That splatter up there. Brennan literally went on a murder spree. I know, right? Hold on, while I'm here, just because this has everyone. These two guys are always together, which is why I think he's a steward, and I'm wondering if he's probably, a mate. So I need the third mate and fourth mate. Which ones have a steward? They both do. But he is his steward. I am almost positive of that. So if I can figure out which steward he is... Oh! Okay, so the guy next to him is the third mate. Oh, thank goodness. Yay, thank you guys. Alright, let's go back. So now we know that you are the third mate. Which is wonderful. Okay, he's a top man. Let's see how many top men we have left. Unknown. I'm probably gonna... Oh wait, no, I don't have enough guesses to try to do this process of elimination again. Thanks, guys. Because Hawk sang loud, that was bothering me. Okay, it shows up black when we've already solved it then. I think this is the Danish guy. Oh no, it's not.
Hello?
Oh yeah, I already solved this. This is how...
Who's that? Is someone hurt?
Alright. Saying Lao. So we need to figure out who Nichols shot. And then we'll have pretty much solved that entire chapter. Perfect. Okay. Alright, this guy succumbed to an illness. So we know that Suleiman had the illness. Solomon, excuse me. Solomon Syed had the illness. And he's a seaman. Is there anyone that was with Syed? Because it says that we should be able to identify this guy. Okay. He's only in 2 memories. Let's go back down to the bottom of the ship. I do feel better, guys. I feel like I'm on a roll here, which is... I was getting a little frustrated at myself, so... Thanks for your help.
Sayed? Sayed Utho. Good deal.
Could he be... Hold on, is this the guy that got sick? No, it's not. The other guy that got sick, I think, is... It's not this one. It's him. Hold on, where are we right now? Okay, it's just the crew's quarters. You're doing the best you can. Not very helpful first world problems. No, no, no. It's a good little distraction. Okay, so which one is the Russian guy that said stop your cheating? Do we think? Because that's, okay. Oh, no, it might be 2 Russian people. Here. Okay, but this guy is speaking, in Indian type language. So let's see who else is left. Okay, I'm gonna do process of elimination because I'm gonna assume that it's seamen down here. But I also may not have enough information for that. Like enough guesses, if you know what I mean. It's definitely Russian. Okay, oh, I'm sorry. I mean like this guy who's talking to Syed and telling him to drink water. I think these guys here are probably... 2 of them are probably Russian. You think the guys with the beard? Okay, so yes, that's Volkov. We've already just determined that Volkov is there, so we think the other guy might be Russian. How many other Russian people are on this ship? 2. Just 2. So let's see if we can do process of elimination with these guys. Probably not. Unless I got it wrong that he's not alive on the Canary Islands, but I would have thought, Okay. I am wondering about this guy back here. Because I can't tell how he died. Sorry, I'm yawning. It looks like the crab killed him, but when I went through this scene, it looked like he was stabbed and then crawled over here in a previous vision. Because here it looks like someone has stabbed him. Or shot him. And I can't go into that room to figure it out. I have to peer through these little holes. Sounded like a slice. So you think he was staked by the crab? I mean, I see the legs sticking out. Oh, but it's also, they've got people riding on the crabs. I don't... Oh, yeah. The guy riding the crab staked him. Okay. Okay, let's see where he is. He's in the crab memories, I know that. And he was present when this guy was murdered. And he was present in Unholy Captives. Like, doesn't look like it reaches that far. No, but there are actually people riding the crabs, holding spears. I know that sounds ridiculous. I know how that sounds, but, yeah. Ethan and I had a theory the other stream that perhaps the people that died and were thrown overboard became the crab riders. Oh, hello, Selena. I took her collar off so you can't hear her bell, but she's just come up and said hello. This guy, I think we knew where he was stabbed by a crab.
I've got you. Don't move. I'll get you down.
Ah, okay, yeah, I know who he, yeah. I already figured him out, so. Oh yeah, that's the other guy. I don't know. Yeah, who was killed by Brennan. Like, by the guy who was killed by Brennan. That's Wolf. Alright, let's head downstairs because there were only a few people in the room where... Hold on, did I get this guy?
Keep pressure here.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
What madness is this? 20 years my steward had never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
Okay, what language was that? Okay, we already know him. He's the surgeon's mate. And that's the surgeon. He's alive in Africa. This is the guy that was speared by the beast in the other, that we were trying to figure out. That's the captain. That's the steward. Right, if you will let me zoom in on him, please. There we go. I missed it. Could you play it again? Oh, sorry. Hold on. Did we get... So here's the dialogue. Okay, and someone is called John. So it looked like what happened here is that the captain's steward killed a man or attacked a man. Seems Nordic, Finnish, don't think it's Swedish. Okay, let's see. Is he the one shouting, "You fools"? Hello, my kitty cat. Do you want to help me figure this out? I'm sorry you guys can't see me. She's so cute. There, you heard her, though. Okay. Okay, I'm not saying he's the person, but let's see who else is from maybe a Nordic country. There's only one Danish person, and that's Lars. Is Lars in this scene? Is this Lars? No, that's not Lars. There's Christian Wolf. And that's the first mate, excuse me. Okay, so we need to identify the dead man, the man who was killed by the crabs in the earlier scene. And then someone is... Okay, hold on. I'm just using this to look at the name list. Someone is named John, who's the fourth mate. I would assume that John is the fourth mate because... Well, John's a common name. Let me just check. There's no one else named John. Ah, there's John Naples. Okay, so what exactly is going on? Keep pressure here. Never doubting your sanity, those ungodly beasts. I'm out, can put him in threat. Hold on, I'm gonna go see if I can go back and play this scene again. Let me out! Let me out! Ah! There we go. Sorry, there are too many names here. I gotta... see if I can take advantage of this.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward had never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back, or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
Which guy's screaming? The guy in pain? This guy? The guy in pain? I assumed it was either the guy in pain or this guy. The guy being, hold on. Philip Dahl, I said. Oh, and he, yeah, Swedish. Right? The captain's steward. The guy who attacked the man in pain. So does that mean he's John? Because either John is, can't be the fourth mate. If this is the John they're talking about. No. Maybe not. It feels like he's saying all's fine, John and Bennett worth spots. He's talking to someone else. So the surgeon is named Henry, and the surgeon's mate is James. And then the captain's name is Robert. That's Christian Wolf. And then Hoskett, his name is something. His isn't John. I don't think his name is John. Yeah, William. So one of these, it can't be that guy that he's saying is John. Maybe it's, I think the guy in pain is John. The guy who's dead, I should say, is John. So if that's the case, how many guesses do I have left? Okay, that's 2. Now, hold on. He can't be... Hold on. Because the bosun's mate was torn apart by a beast. By the squid is what they said. So this man can't be the bosun's mate. Why did I say he was the bosun's mate? Oh, yeah, let's go back to, that cow scene. Because that can't be right either. If, I had guessed that previously. And then other things are saying, yes, well done, you're getting this correct. I'm probably going to wrap it up soon, so...
Heads are here. One swing. Get through to it. Stone of rain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it. Here? Yeah. Come on.
And I've been on a farm. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That's why I said he's... So maybe that's what it is. Maybe, I was wrong in that he was exploded. Where was he? Oh, actually, let me do this instead. Because we already agreed that the
You're all right there, son.
bosun's mate was torn apart by a beast.
Never been on a farm, John?
Mind your shoes now.
And this is the guy that was knifed by the man who was killed by Brennan. And this is the butcher. And this is another guy. Oh yeah, and that's Nunzio. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's Henry, the surgeon. And they all seem quite calm about this man being dead. The guy who killed the other guy, the guy who was killed by the guy who was killed the other guy, and this is the butcher.
Well, same as the other fellow. Some lung disease, lung consumption. Made worse by the cold.
Will it spread?
If so, we'd all have it. They must have picked it up at the Alaska house. I checked all hands just now, and everyone is healthy.
And him? What are his chances?
I gave him some laudanum. We'll see.
So they must have picked it up at the Lasker house. And Solomon Syed was also sick with it. Is there any way to tell what happened? Where is Solomon Syed? I don't know. Let me see. How many souls have I explained, or how many fates have I explained? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, I'm getting better. Okay, so I think I'm gonna keep going next week along this path and trying to figure everything out. I think we're almost at the end there, but if you guys have any other tips or anything else for us to do, anything else to help me figure out who's who, I'd appreciate it. But I'm having fun. I'm feeling a bit more motivated now that I know who people are, but thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and I will see you all next week. Bye!